And you tell me how this is not a walk. 1, 2, boom. Giannis up and good. They don't call it. That's not a walk. Bucks make a 4-point game with a made free throw. Under 3 to play. The Lakers are up 2. Good ball movement. KCP in the corner 3. He was 7 of 10 from 3-point range on the night. Lakers by 5. And then LeBron looking for a dagger, up by 5. Final minute of the game. Spots up and knocks it down. Again, 34. 8 assists, 6 boards for LeBron. Giannis had 25 points and 12 boards, but a career high 9 turnovers, and the Lakers come away with the win. And here's our guy, Tim Legler, who's here to break it down. I have 2 questions for you this morning, Legs. Let's just start with this. Are the Lakers at this point just in a league of their own as far as how good they are and how good anybody else is?
Yeah, they occupy a shelf unto themselves. There's no question about it, because they're just too deep for most teams. And they also have great balance in what they do, Greeny, because they can attack you inside and in the post, and they seem to win all of those individual post-up battles. And I thought that's the way they started out the game against the Bucks. Milwaukee decided to play Anthony Davis straight up in the post, and he went to work on them and scored at will. And then LeBron James beat him up pretty bad from the perimeter. And then that final component that you wondered about this Lakers team, would they get enough role-playing support three-point shooting? Well, they certainly got it last night. And this may sound nuts because it's a one-possession game with 2 minutes to go. The game wasn't that close. I just never felt, I watched every second of the game, and I never felt at any point that the Milwaukee Bucks are really in the game. And it was a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go. That's how easy the Lakers made it look at times. And so that's why right now, because of their depth and because of their balance and the ways they can beat you offensively, they occupy a shelf unto themselves, and they're clearly the front runner to win a title.
All right, so that's one side. And then on the other side, what do we say coming out of last night about the 2-time defending MVP, Giannis?
A lot of the same things. He runs into the same issue sometimes because he lacks that finesse that the situation requires at times. And I understand he plays hard. He wants to oppose his will in the game, but he commits 4 offensive fouls in the game because he's got one way he wants to beat you, and that's downhill with force. And sometimes if a team can get committed bodies in front of them, it creates problems. Now, he had 7 turnovers in the first half, Greeny, 9 overall for the game. And again, 4 of those on offensive fouls. And then you see late some of the issues with his shooting reared itself again. You see the air ball there from 18 feet. He also had a really ill-advised 3-point shot early in the shot clock that just completely played into the hands of the Lakers and what they wanted to do. And then again, went to the line and missed a couple of free throws in an important situation. So we know how dominant he can be in the way he fills up a stat sheet. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason, and he affects both ends of the floor. But the problem with this team surfaces every time you see him either in a tough playoff series or against a top opponent that's got a good defensive game plan. His inability to be able to use finesse, whether that means shoot over the top, shoot a mid-range shot, make plays off the dribble for other people, that's where he really struggles. And the Lakers allowed him to use that force against himself, really, in that game. I think he wanted it a little bit too much, and the Lakers had plenty of bodies in that lane waiting for him, and it's still the big question mark for the Milwaukee Bucks. Can they break through if they don't have that guy that can beat you from anywhere on the floor in a critical moment?
Well, so they took on the Nets this week and the Lakers, and away we go. Legs, thanks a million for getting up.
Points and 6 threes for LeBron. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, LeBron, after the 6 threes for you tonight, you're around 40% from 3. You got KCP and Caruso in the mid-50s. How have you guys evolved as a shooting team from last season and even just in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I mean, I just think it's all part of chemistry and knowing your teammates, knowing where your teammates are going to be on the floor. And that comes with games played. It comes with minutes on the floor. It comes with film sessions and things of that nature. When you start getting comfortable with your teammates, you know where guys are going to be, and you know where the shots is going to be taken from or where they're going to come from. So it's all about the chemistry on the floor.
A bigger picture question. There was a widely publicized interview Giannis did in Greece where he said LeBron's the best player in the world. Didn't care doesn't matter who the MVP is right now. I know you keep the main thing, but does that hit you a certain way? Just that kind of respect from a peer in that sense?
Well, anytime you're respected by your peers, it always means something. And, to be respected by a guy in our league that's been so dominant over the last few years, obviously representing the MVP trophy over the last couple of years, and just what he does both on the floor and off the floor is very, very well received and very humbling as well. For me, I just go out there and just try to implement the game in all facets of the game, both offensively and defensively, for my team in position to be successful and then live with the results. So, that guy is damn good himself.
Dave?
So, LeBron, clearly there's mutual respect. Is there any satisfaction in having success against Giannis? You're now 16-5. Your teams are 16-5 in your career against him, and he's 10 years younger than you, and he's the back-to-back MVP, yet you're still able to find success.
Nah, I think you know me. I think all you guys know me. It's never been about individual. It's all about the team success, and that's all that matters. I can care less about that. I just try to play well and help our team win versus any opponent, and that's what it's all about.
Bill?
LeBron, last year in the bubble, you said that the way the MVP vote pissed you off. I'm curious, how did that anger stick with you at all? I mean, did you carry that into this season in any way? And how does it make you feel about the matchup with Giannis? And did it motivate you at all coming into this one?
No, I just think we didn't like the way we played. Finished the game off in the second half versus Golden State, and that sat with us for a couple of days. So we knew it was going to be a tough environment coming here playing against a very, very good team, a team that's been on the top of the league or top of the Eastern standings and just been doing so many great things over the last couple of years. And obviously, with their 3 All-Stars now, you can throw Drew in there. We know it's going to be very competitive, and we know it's going to be very challenging for us. So it was our job to just come out and try to implement our style to the game, and for me personally to do everything it needs to be done on the floor, both offensively and defensively, to help us win this game. So, you live with the results after that.
Wow.
AD has told us that you're one of the guys who's really helped him kind of expand his passing vision and understanding for how he can affect the game that way. Tonight, he has 3 straight assists at a critical stretch in the fourth quarter. What are you seeing from AD that you really that signals to you that he's really making strides as a passer?
I believe, him being in New Orleans, a lot of people either didn't watch their games or just wasn't paying attention to the level of talent Anthony Davis was. And he got an opportunity to see a lot of one-on-one coverages, either because they didn't want him to allow his teammates to get off and they felt like he was going to always get his. But I felt like, since he's been here, he's so damn good that I knew eventually he's going to see a lot of double teams. A lot of teams are not going to allow him just to play one-on-one because it's not one-on-one matchup that he can't exploit. So, him, me just being able to be a voice with him and seeing double teams throughout my whole career, either in the low post or out on the perimeter, just being him to see the second side of the defense. And he's continued to grow every single game, every single film session. We kind of break those things down, what he sees on the floor. And, tonight was another example of him just seeing the other side of the floor and putting the ball on time on target and guys knocking it down.
BT?
What's up, Brian?
What's up, BT?
Hey, how much is the game slowing down for KCP? And do you guys plan on going to the White House now with the new administration there?
KCP, he knows what he's on the floor for us. That's to spread the floor. That's to give us a lot of energy and to defend. And we want KCP, when he's open, we want him to shoot it. When he's guarded closely, we want him to still shoot it. If he just shoot the ball, he's so good. I mean, he's so good for our ball club. He gives us another dynamic that just gives us energy. Gives everyone energy, and we love when he's taking and making shots, but we love when he's just aggressive, just being himself. So, that's big time. To answer your second question, I don't think we've had any conversations, with our team, or I have no idea, with all of the COVID rules and the restrictions and everything that's going on with our league. I'm not even sure if we even are allowed to even go. It'd be great, but I have no idea what we can even do right now besides hotel, arena, and home. So I have no idea.
Last 2, Mark Medina.
Hey, LeBron, given all the moving parts to open this season with the protocols and the returning talent, the new pieces, and the quick turnaround, how did you kind of expect the first month to play out, and how have you seen that thus far?
I didn't really put how I expected the first month to play out. I wanted just to see and live in the moment, and I knew it was going to be a little challenging just to get back restarted after the super duper short layoff or off season, if you want to call it, and then us adding 4 new guys to our roster and us implementing another guy into our rotation, and I just wanted to kind of see, and it was just challenging. It was something that we've never done before. I've never done before. I've had short off seasons, but nothing as short as this one. So just wanted to see how we were going to play and get the new guys acclimated to what we do as a culture, both on the floor and off the floor. And I would say we're doing some good things, and we want to just continue to build off of that.
Last one, Rachel.
Hey, LeBron. I don't know if you remember Monday night, the video cut off on us. So I've been waiting 4 days for this answer. I know it's going to be really, really good. But I had asked you what you remember specifically from the very first time you played against Kobe Bryant when you were just a little puppy.
I was just in awe. It's a guy who, along with a lot of other guys, was on my wall that I would tape on my wall when I lived in Spring Hill in apartment 602. He was on my wall, and he had a nice collage in my wall, on my wall. It's a guy who decided to make the jump from high school to the NBA. So it was someone that I kind of, I was thinking about doing that at one point in my junior year, and then really stopped thinking about it. But I kind of, if Kobe's done it, it's someone I could probably hopefully learn from one day, and along with KG and T-Mac. But just being out on the floor with him, if you remember, the guy gave me a pair of his shoes when I was a junior in high school, and to be able to share the floor with him was like for any kid that has aspirations or has inspiring moments from someone, it's just like a sense of awe, of the grace that he played the game with, and the passion that he played the game with, and the determination to go out and just dominate you was something that I loved, something that I was like, I can pick up from that. There's not much dialogue at all. As you guys know, Kobe, he's not on the floor to talk to anybody. He's out there to kill you. He's out there to dethrone you. He's out there to really stranglehold you, and you'll be able to take away from that. But it was just an awe moment. It was something that I would never, ever forget. And to be able to grace the floor with someone that played the game with so much grace.
Was there any time where he went up the floor and you just were kind of dazzled by a move he made, or you went up against?
So, yep. Appreciate it, guys.
LeBron James.